can happen for somebody who is unprotected. You can be killed anywhere. So, and all that. Okay.
Spirituality.
Yes.
This is something I've taken for granted all my life.
Let me mention this case. That's one case I found out that my father had no answer for. It happened. I was in the 60s. I was still young, very small. This man in the 60s, he had this motorcycle, Triumph. He was living in the north. He visited home, and while he was going back, he slipped and fell and broke this place here. Now, this is the best place to mend when you are a bone setter. Very, very easy to mend here. But as my father was walking, because they brought it to the place was getting rotten. Then when you enter there, everywhere will be smelling. Everything my father did until what happened? A mama don't donate him to witch coven. The mama donate the son who was doing well to the witch coven. And so my father, after some point when he knew what was happening, invited them to come and carry him. So the day they came to, the moment they carried him from my father's house, putting him in the vehicle, he gave up. Not long after, the mother confessed that he killed her. And because he was doing well, to have Triumph in the 60s, he was in the north. Now,
so
he had to be driven out of town. She was driven out. The woman was driven out.
I need spiritual friends. That is how you learn about spirituality.
Now, my being a Christian, my giving my life to Christ, I developed my spiritual life as a pastor.
Sir, but you had exposure to a different aspect of spirituality.
That is what
before you decided.
Yes, it helped me to understand. Like I said, that as a child, see what my father was doing. One realization I had was that, look, for anybody to do well in this life, he must have spiritual power behind him. But I didn't know how to get that until I got born again. I saw a power that is superior, higher than my father's power. And you know what? God is ready to be my father, and he became my father. No, I don't have to, tell you stories of how I took advantage or exploited my father's power growing up as a child. I know they fear anybody. I know they fear anything. I know they fear juju. I know they fear shrine. Why? Because I knew that my father had power. Before anything can happen to me, my father will know. Now, but crossing over, becoming a Christian, I discovered that there is a higher power. What I did was that the same way I reasoned. I said, if I had that confidence and trust in a man who died, how much more this Almighty God? You see, what people don't realize is that God is closer to us than we know. God is very much close. It's for you to open up your heart and welcome him.